Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Carter James Ranch. Wanted to show you last night with this batch of meat birds. We're taking them in first thing tomorrow to the butcher. There's about 143 of them that are going in. This group's been a really good group. I'm actually thankful we're taking them in next week. Tomorrow. Next week we're supposed to have a full week of over 100-degree temperatures. So as these birds get bigger, the temperature it's actually really hard to keep them quite cool. Their body temperature just stays so warm. But they've grown out really well. That's a good little chunky male there, and right there's a female. We have had them in these chicken tractors. We've rotated them once or twice a day. I wanted to show you just the impact. You can see how tall this grass is. These guys are just, they'll just lay it straight down. So it's good. They get a lot of carbon down, and they put just a ton of poop down. So we were running right up into this last bit of tall grass, and we're running out of time for tomorrow. But I wanted to pan back down the hill here where we've been. We actually kind of started at the top of this hill and rotated them down, and this has not been cut at all. We literally just pulled the tractors down and then let the birds come out and stomp it down and lay down on it. You can see the line. Here's how tall this has been. I mean, it's really, really thick. So we like to run them through there, put them on fresh grass so they have the ability to forage around for bugs. We did have an electric fence around them for the whole time. And I'll tell you why the last couple of days they haven't had an electric fence. I'll show you here in a minute, but I mean, you can just look at all the impact that these guys have put down. So it is always interesting a week or two after, especially if we get a little moisture after we move these guys through. We really start getting a lot of regrowth. You can tell you can still see the impact over here, but obviously this is where they've been the last week, and you can see massive impact. So a lot more fresh manure. And then here's what they've been. I use these sheets of plywood on these really hot days. I'll actually stand them up over the door and bungee them just to give them a little more shade. And I also do that to discourage if there's any hawks that come. The hawks won't want to go underneath the board to get in and get the birds. So last winter with our laying flock, we actually had a couple hawks that were around that just really caused all kinds of problems. That's the first time we've ever had hawk predation. So anyhow, the birds have turned out really well. Looking forward to seeing how this grass recovers and what comes up. But also the reason why they don't have their fencing anymore is we have a new addition over here that we're working on. We actually got some Katahdin sheep, and you can hear our livestock guardian dog barking. That's Koda. Hey, Koda. Yeah, that's good. He's trying to get used to us, and we're trying to get used to him. He's half Anatolian Shepherd, Great Pyrenees. He's 5 months old. Handsome dog. He's not had much human interaction, so we've been trying to get him a little used to us. We want him to bark, but we also want him to. Good boy. We also want him to be not aggressive with us. So he wasn't exposed to too much human interaction while he was being raised, and we didn't want to get him too early, unfortunately, just because the sheep weren't ready to go. We got these from Bruce Shanks over at Sassafras Valley Ranch in Missouri. So we got one older ewe, 3 ewe lambs, and a ram. So just wanted to start kind of small here, and so far I really like the smaller ruminants. Much less infrastructure than the cattle. A little easier. They do eat the grass. They eat a lot of leafy greens. So this right here, actually, see this real green grass? This is right where we started the meat birds. So we actually just ran the meat birds straight down the hill there, and then we kind of made a U and are coming up. But look at that green grass. It's just come right back up. So I think that might be brome. I'm not totally sure, but boy, it just looks good. I wish the cattle could be in here because they'd probably love eating that. But the sheep are nibbling on it. And right now we're just using this poultry this poultry netting. It does a good job for what it is right now, and so far we've been able to keep Koda in. He did have 2 episodes right back to back where he put his nose on the fence, and we got some pathetic cries out of him. But yeah, he got zapped. That probably didn't feel very good at all. So just but like I said, he's 5 months old. He's still a puppy, but he's a good sized dog, and I think he'll be a good addition. So just got to get him used to us and the routine, and we need to figure out everything we're going to be doing with these sheep with rotating them around. But we're kind of thinking of just using this lower pasture here for our sheep pasture. But I can already tell you, we've had these sheep for 3-4 days, and it'd be fun to have a whole lot more. They're pretty fun. They're pretty cute, and Koda's fun too. So we've even talked about, boy, it'd be fun to have 2 livestock guardian dogs. But you know, this whole process is new to us, so we want to make sure that we can not have too many mistakes. So try to get him situated. But it's been interesting watching him the last couple of days. During the day, he really hangs out in there over the shade. It's been about low to mid 90s for the last few days, so he tries to stay cool, and then at night he's real active. He's out and around, and if the sheep are out, he's out with them, and he's patrolling the perimeter. So it's not a huge area since we only got 5 sheep, but you know, if we had 25 sheep or whatever, it'd be a much bigger area. So anyhow, just wanted to kind of document this new change for us, and add into just another animal in the mix. So like I said, we're taking the meat birds in tomorrow, and so we won't have them thankfully next week when the temperatures are just really hot. But they turned out, this has been a really good batch. Only lost a few, none to any predators. Just had some that weren't real healthy and didn't make it. But yeah, it's a beautiful July evening. Everyone's just enjoying the evening. Koda just got big dinner, and he's getting ready for a night to be alert. So all right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great evening. Feel free to follow us at carterjamesranch.com. Hit the subscribe or like button if you want to get notifications when we're able to post more videos, and we will keep you updated. Thanks.